Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today we're heading off for another World Circuit race. In fact, this is a rerun of a World Circuit race that I've done previously. Before we do that, I'm just going to pop up to the options. We're going to go into the race difficulty and make sure that we're on the hard setting, which we are, so we can come out of there. We're then going to head across to Asia and to the Tokyo Expressway. And the race that we're going to be doing today is the World Touring Car 600. Now, this is one that I have done before, and I did it in the Aston Martin DP-100 VGT. I'm going to do it in the same car. I'm still going to do it on the sports medium tyres because it's a little bit damp on the track and it gives you a little bit of extra grip and a little bit more performance. It's a bit easier to drive in my mind. The ECU output adjustment is 76, the ballast 54 and the power restrictor is 76 to bring the PP just under the required 600. And this is where a lot of people have got caught out because I believe that these settings are slightly different to what they were in the previous video. Otherwise, the car is all pretty much the same. Now, I'm rerunning this one because a lot of people are saying that it is too difficult, it doesn't work in this car, it doesn't catch the other cars, etc. And I'm just going to run this because I believe that this is the right car to do this in because of the fuel strategy, etc. We're going to try and go all the way to the end without stopping. So this is the World Touring Car 600, the Tokyo Expressway, east clockwise. We've got 12 laps to reach the front and to stay there. Let's get into the video and see how we do. Okay, so we are on traction control 1. I've got my brake balance -2 to the front and I've got my fuel map of 1. You'll notice I'm changing up really quickly at the moment as we're going through the gears. Once we get up to 5th, you want to change up before it's even registering on the rev counter. And we've actually got 8 gears in this thing. And the sooner you can get up to them, the better. Now I'm watching for the 200 meter board. Hit the brake pedal at 200. Just getting it down into 3rd gear. Just coming up the inside of these cars. Just picking up 4th gear. Right, both in traffic and also when you're not in traffic, I tended to find that this Aston Martin light 4th gear through here, especially in a damp, it was nice to control, just feathering the throttle and the brake a little bit. So I was actually leaving this pretty much in 4th all the way through here. You can control the slides quite nicely. So again, just 4th gear. Oh, nearly up into the back of the Supra there. Again, just 4th gear. I know this won't be a clean race. 100 meter board, just down into 3rd briefly just to slow it down, but then straight up into 4th again. Just off the accelerator slightly through there, just gone a little bit deep. Caught the wall. Really not worrying about clean races. 200 meter mark. Just after the 200 meter board there is a little line in the road there which you can use to brake a little bit later. Just trying to keep it in this sort of drying line at the moment. Again, just getting up through the gears. We've got the long drag down at the first corner, so use the slipstream. Changing up nice and early again. Just listen to the engine note, it will tell you when it wants to change. There are 8 gears on here, but sometimes I get to them, sometimes I don't. Again, I'm watching for the 200 meter board. I preferred 3rd gear through here. You can go through in 4th, but I tended to find that it slid a little bit too much. Still kissing the wall a little bit. So we're up into 8th at the moment. Don't worry about whether we're getting through the traffic quickly or not, because these guys are going to pit and we will overtake them during the pit phase. Just following these guys through here at the moment. Not being too greedy for the moment. One on the outside, one on the inside, got those two done. 100-metre board, just down into third briefly for a little bit of rotation, just to slow the car down. Back up into fourth gear as soon as you can, watching that wall on the exit, hit it again. Just a bit too eager to get going. Getting just after the 200-metre board, I got a tap there from the Porsche behind, which really sort of upset everything. Try and get up through the gears as quick as we can. Third gear about halfway up the rev range. Fourth gear, sort of around about a third of the way up. We're going to let the car go up the inside of us, so we'll come across and pick up a slipstream on that car. Just get Heisel to give us a bit of a slipstream down here. Up into 6th. See, we're actually gaining on him now. Up into 7th. See if we can just get by him before we reach that 200-metre board. We've got the Mercedes catching too. Looking for the 200. Hard on the brakes. All the way down into third gear. Just get this across the hatchings here. Balancing the brake and the throttle through there. Up into fourth gear. Again, cutting that corner. Just looking for this dry line that's forming. And of course, as this track is coming to us all the way through this race, it's getting drier and drier. It means that we can push a little bit more at times. Again, you saw me, I just went up to 5th gear and it's just, the car just started to get away from me a little bit. So 4th gear I think is still good through here. Just off a little bit of brake. Don't be too heavy on the brakes, because otherwise you do stand a chance of spinning it. Just where you've got those words in the middle of the road, just slow it down ever so slightly. About 75 now, 3rd gear, back up into 4th. Obviously you can pause and rewind the video if you want to see my brake and my turning inputs, my acceleration inputs, etc. Briefly up into 5th, just after the 200-metre board. All the way down into 1st to get that slowed down. Again, looking for this dry line if you can get it. I've gone a little bit wide through there. Up through the gears as quick as we can. Again, halfway for 3rd. About a third of the way up the rev range for 4th. Okay, we are currently 6.8 seconds away from the leader, which is okay. We're in 4th place and we're on lap number 4 of 12. We've still got 12 laps of fuel, so absolutely no worries about the fuel map. I'm going to swap over to the radar. You can do that much earlier if you want. I'm just going to stick with 7th for now. I don't think 8th is really giving us a lot. 200-metre board. I'm getting all the way down into 3rd. Use the hatchings, don't go too wide at the top of the corner. Up to 4th, hatchings on the way through here, or chevrons, whatever you want to call them. Getting 4th gear through here. Just feathering the throttle. Little bit of brake and throttle. Oh, just trying to carry a bit too much speed through there. What you want to do is use this drying line and keep it in the drying line if you can. Write those words in the middle of the road there. Just before the 50 there. Like I said, not the cleanest of races. Going to be a few bumps in this one. So definitely using that white line now more, that this track is starting to dry out. A little bit more grip coming to us. Tyres are looking fine at the moment. Third of the way through the race and very little wear on the tyres, so we're looking fine right now. No slipstream at this point in time. 8.3 behind the leader at the moment. That's absolutely fine. No worries at all. I'm doing 2:13s at the moment. Got a nice dry line forming. The track is drying out quite nicely now, so looking for that 200-metre board. Just slightly after the 200-metre board now that the track is drying out a little bit. Just gone a little bit high. Came off the brakes a little bit too early. You see there, I just got caught on the damp side of the track a little bit, which lost me a little bit of traction, a little bit of speed. Yeah, a little, just trying to carry a bit too much speed through some of these corners now. Keeping that leader to around about 7-8 seconds is absolutely perfect. You really don't need to take any real chances. I'm probably pushing this a little bit more than I need to. Whilst I am narrating it, not concentrating fully, so hitting one or two of these barriers. If you're just running this on your own without narrating and things like that, I think you would probably be able to do this without hitting any of the barriers. Okay, so first of the cars that are pitting, that's going to promote us up into third place. We're 6.2 seconds behind the leader at the moment. Yeah, those of you that watch me live stream on a Monday to a Friday, you'll know that my driving ability drops off significantly when I am narrating and working the channel, and it's pretty much the same when I am narrating these. I am narrating this one while I'm running it, and I do run better when I'm not talking. Just Joe's second there, just to slow it down a little bit. I was braking a lot later for that corner. It was sort of halfway between the 200 and 150, I feel, on that one. So probably around about 175, something like that. Again, a little bit further into the corner before we came off the accelerator. Back on it sooner as well. Try not to get onto the damp side of the track there. This one tightens, so just be a little bit careful through there. Car sliding quite a lot there, but we can just use that slide to our advantage. Broke a little bit later to try and get round the back of that one. That's put us onto the damp part. Braking just ever so slightly after the white car. Just caught the barrier ever so slightly there, but I think we come out in front just. That promotes us up into second for the moment. Again, using that line this time, cutting this a little bit more this time, a little bit slower. Just managed to keep it more in the drying area. That's put us 2 seconds behind the leader now. Too far away for a slipstream, but he's pitting anyway. As I said, strategy coming to us. As far as the field is concerned, we've still got 9.6 laps to go, so loads and loads of fuel. Loads of fuel. We're still doing 213s. We've got a 214 that has slipped in there at some point. We're going to continue to push on with this one. Braking on the 150 metre board. So braking a lot later now that we've got this drying track. Up into 4th gear, just keep on looking for that drying line. Now we are out in front by 5 seconds. So at this point, the tyres are looking good, the fuel situation is looking good. We've got a 5-second lead to the car in front. All we really need to do is to try and maintain that lead. There's no point in absolutely pushing it like crazy, like I'm doing. There's no need to push it like crazy. Just keep it smooth, bring it home now, and just manage that gap. So 4th gear through here again. I just went up into 5th, I think, there, which was not a good idea. 4th through there is really, really nice. All the way through. Round about 75 metre mark there. Getting up into 4th gear. I am adjusting the braking points, etc. as the track is drying. It's difficult on these drying tracks to call out braking and turning points for you because it's changing all of the time. That was a little bit better. Where are we to the car in front? 4.4 behind now to the car behind us. Don't think Blazner's pitted yet. I might be wrong. We are just pulling away slightly. There you go, Blazner's now pitted. So we're going to get a much better idea of how we're doing to the cars behind. Heisel's pitting as well. And Fraga, a whole load of them pitting at the precise moment in time. All the time we are running away down the track. Just got a little bit deep into there. Again, just looking for this dry line. We're 24 seconds ahead right now. Again, I'm just going to leave it in 4th through here. Lifting slightly through that one, keep it over to the right hand side. Just braking a little bit through there. Lovely section this one when you get it right, it feels awesome. Oh, gone a bit wide through there. Braking on the arrow now, so slightly later. I was braking on the beginning of those words earlier on, so braking on the arrow now, also down to 3rd gear at the 75. Probably could push that a little bit later as well now. This track is drying out. The braking points have moved forward significantly at this precise moment. Braking on the 150 metre board there, a little bit deep. So that was probably a little bit optimistic. Need to brake just before the 150. But we're still 22 seconds ahead of the car behind. So we're coming down to finish lap number 8. 4 laps to run. So the car behind is catching us very, very slowly. But 22 seconds is an awful lot of time for that car to make up. Especially if we can keep running the way that we are. We can afford to give away quite a bit of time each lap. Braking on 150, came across more onto the chevrons that time. The track is drying out more, so we can now start to use more of the track. I'm still going to stick with 4 through here. Could probably go 5th. 4th is quite nice. Still. Arrow this time. On the 50 this time. Just lifting slightly through there, watching the curbs. Just kissed the barrier slightly on the way out. Pushed it out to 27 seconds now to the car behind. 150. So you see how these braking zones are changed as we've gone through this race. At the end of this one. 28 seconds ahead of the second place now. I'm going to assume that everybody behind us has now pitted. I'm not sure that anybody's going to need to pit again. So we're now doing, well, we were doing 2.13s, then we did a 2.12. We're now down to a 2.11 as the track is drying. And we're managing to brake a little bit later. We're finding more track time all the way through this one. So 150, using all the chevrons this time. So more of the track, up into 4th gear earlier. Again, using the chevrons on the way through there. Just be a little bit careful, there still is a damp line that we don't really want to get onto. Big puddle there. Just a little dab of 3rd just to get it slowed down and a little bit of turning for that one. So don't be afraid to use a bit of 3rd and also a little bit of brake if you want to. There's an example of using 3rd through there, 3rd through this one. As soon as you get it straight, you can open that up. Not my best corner through there. 29 seconds, can we get it out to 30? 150. Oh, got a little bit deep, got onto the damp stuff there. Just trying to push the brake in a little bit later. That's going to cost me a little bit. Plus we walloped a few cones on the way through there. They're not pretty. Just looking at the tyres now, the tyres are looking okay for the moment. We're going to come across a line to start our 11th and penultimate lap. 31.6 seconds ahead of the car behind. So still running really well in this one. Just going to pop underneath the train as it goes across the bridge. Again, 150, staying out to the left. Just using all of the track. Oh, still gone a little bit deep at the top there. Gave it a little bit of time away to the second place runner there. But we've got loads of time to give. Just don't want to risk a silly spin or something at this stage. Obviously a little bit of wear creeping in on the tyres now. We just want to be aware of that. Keeping it smooth. Braking on the arrow. Using the slide. Back out to 31 now. Got Gallo with the fastest lap of a 2:10.4. Really not worried about that. Oh, I really shouldn't have been worried about that. Looking at the times, not think about what I was doing. It just put me deep into that corner. Now would have been a good time to have checked the times. Not going into that corner, completely missed my braking zone. That's cost me quite dearly, over a second. Onto the final lap, and we're 34 seconds ahead of the car behind. We're actually catching one of the back markers, believe it or not. I don't think we will actually reach them. So keep it over to the left hand side, 150 metre board, up the chevrons, down into third gear. Much preferred just going through third through there. And then up into fourth as you go through the apex of that one. That's a lot neater and tidier. Just going to leave it in fourth again through here. Oh, more cars pitting. Oh, the thought of catching that back marker is pushing me on, but really I just want to bring this home. Where's that arrow? There it is. Oh, we can see the back marker now. 15 metre board, down into third gear. Up into fourth through here. There he is. He's just going to be a little bit too far away. Right, watch for the braking point this time. 150. All the way down into second gear. Could do first. Decided to do second on that one. There is that back marker. One or two little bumps. We could have had him. But this is all about bringing this home for gold in this Aston Martin VGT. So for all of you guys that said it's just too difficult in this car, that is how to do this one in this Aston Martin on the hard race settings. We went through the tuning, we've also gone through the laps, and we've managed to win that one by a massive 37.7 seconds. That's a huge margin. 51 seconds to third place and fourth place. So nice and easy. We didn't get the fastest lap, but that really doesn't matter. I doubt if we'll get a clean race bonus. No, we didn't. But 550 credits, 550,000 credits. If you can get a clean race bonus, that will increase that substantially. But for that one, especially as I was commentating, I just wanted to get through that one as quick as we could. And to show you just how easy it is to get gold on this World Touring Car 600 at the Tokyo Expressway. So I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, I am revisiting some of these World Circuit races now, especially where the game authors have changed some of the settings as they have done with this one. I'm getting some comments back from a few of you saying that things were a little bit too difficult, or the settings that I chosen or the cars that I chosen weren't really working. So if you find that you have a race that you're struggling with and following my video you can't get first on hard, drop me a comment, let me know, and I'll revisit that one for you. In the meantime, I wish you well with your racing, and I'll see you again on another video coming very, very soon. And just remember that I'm now live streaming Monday to Friday most of the week from around about 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. We're doing respectful lobby racing, and also I'm doing some daily races, so why not come along and join us. For now, take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.